I was doing this research on George Soros. I only did it for like 2 days. I wasn't really interested. I don't know why. I know he's like big bad motherfucker, rich son of a bitch from Hungarian war. I probably fought him and his family in a past war in a past life or something. But this crazy thing happened. He had this like major like investment company, and I'm looking at the major investment company. Look at the webpage, nice setup. They got this like pretty sensibly organized, and then all of a sudden, right at the very bottom, there's like one like little disclaimer. It's got like maybe two, three lines, and it said something about another company. It had a URL, so I go to the other company's website. It looks exactly like the one that I'd gone to for George Soros. Exactly, except that it had a different name than the official name of his company, and it had a different icon, a slightly different icon. And there was one difference. I looked at the entire website. I looked at all of the sections of the website. There was really only one difference between the original website and the shadow website, and just had to do with one particular product line that the shadow site didn't provide, but the original site did. And I'm like, wait a second. And this was like, the compressed information was coming in. It's like, yes, this is what they do. This is like kind of like what a shell company is. It's not quite the same because this is a different caliber, but this is what they do. They give you something, and then you do activity here, but then there's a bunch of activity that's like mirroring it going on over here. And I was kind of concerned. I'm like, well, if this is legal, why is it legal? And if it's illegal, well, how could I just find it that easy? I haven't found it since. When I was on the street getting pinged by Booz Allen Hamilton, I got mighty pissed at them. I even tried contacting them a couple times. They never contacted me back. Is that because Deloitte made a front company and said that it was Booz Allen Hamilton while it tortured me on the street and poached a bunch of fucking tech and did things like, I don't know, orchestrate the assassinations of various peoples and then like set up benchmarks based on these alleged job offerings that could create kind of subroutines and then run those subroutines and then try to ding me until they were able to hone the model so that it could get predictive enough for them to literally try to engineer me and to engineer other things in connection with me. And did people like Cornyn and Cruz and the Harris County Republican Party and the Virginia Democratic Party and other people in public office that were running for president and that were running for other elected office, did they take campaign donations from Deloitte so that they could get a specific matrix in the overall systematology for how it orchestrates its alleged election activities, which is basically based on torturing people like me and torturing other people that it's been able to illegally access because of the way that it's hooked up scams with its clients, and then leverage our data and what we do between the different clients it has, and sometimes even use fronts that are supposed to appear as if it would be on one context a market competitor, or if we're talking about another kind of like simulation what happened in the Gulf, it's actually somebody they're supposed to be cooperating with, except we're talking about the Pentagon. So if you're going to be doing something where you're trying to hack the Pentagon in order to access DoD hardware and or information on DoD product lines or development issues so that you can start planning RFPs or private contracting opportunities for other people that are in your investment portfolio, right? It might serve you right, and you might be able to try to find some sort of jackass excuse to cover up using a front that's supposed to be a competitor as the operations base for you to torture somebody for fucking years while you set up a fucking hedging strategy based on political assassination and child trafficking. Don't forget that. The very important child trafficking part. Yeah. Sorry. A little green period at the end is not going to get it for you guys. You're going down. You had plenty of time to do this straight. You had plenty of time to have your little come clean moment. It is way too fucking late. Have a good Friday evening. It's almost sunset. It's almost sunset. If it's in your faith tradition to enjoy the Sabbath, I wish you well. You got 24 hours.